Start. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we're the brothers here out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim that are pushing out this truth and sincerity. This is Gamali Allah.
Karatazah.
All right, and this is a quick lesson, and it's going to be centered around basically that this is what happens. It's going to be titled, "This is what happens when you speak death."
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is what happens when you tease death.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and of course, you know, if you're in the know, we're talking about the recent killing, the recent murder of the rapper Young Dolph. All right, which is a very popular rapper from Memphis, and he got gunned down earlier today at a cookie shop. And you know, one thing about this guy, you know, if you are familiar with his history, you know, he got popular off a song, or one of his biggest songs is called is basically a song mocking some men that tried to kill him. It's called 100 Shots.
Mm-hmm.
And basically he's mocking his attempted killers. Okay, basically, like, you know, y'all ain't kill me.
Right.
You know, so this is what happens, you know, that's why he died, man. Judgment comes full circle, you know, especially when you mock. That's what I wanted to call it. This is what happens when you mock death.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he did. He mocked death. All right. You know, because what he should have done in that situation is be humble. It should have humbled him. He should have said, you know what, I need to, you know, turn my life straight. I need to, you know, just make this money and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, stay out the way, stay out the hood, and
Yep.
invest. You know, Jake has all that money invested in some real estate, you know.
Right.
That was one of the things that people liked about Nipsey Hussle is, you know, he wasn't really about that, I mean, although he was a gangbanger, he wasn't, you know, he was more so on the, you know, do right, you know, the side of doing right, you know, just, you know, doing good for the community, that type of shit. So anyway, without further ado, we'll go ahead and get some precepts and get into it.
This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 36. It says, "But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment."
Yeah, every idle word that men shall speak. And this individual, he spoke, you know, he spoke badly. You know, he basically, you know, after they attempted to kill him, because I believe they shot up his whip.
Yeah, they shot it. But the thing was, the car that he was in at the time was a bulletproof.
Right.
You know, and I believe it was a whole album that he made called 100 Shots.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not even just one song.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he was, you know, thinking basically that he's untouchable or invincible. You know, when scripture say, which we gonna get, you know, that life and death is in the power of the tongue. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll reread this again
Okay.
in Matthew 12 and 36. It says, "But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment."
Yeah, so you gotta, in other words, you gotta be careful what you say. You gotta be careful what you put out there. You know, when certain situations happen, you know, like especially, you know, when you're faced with death, like I said, that's the most humbling thing that you can experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't take a near death experience, you know, as a learning lesson and, you know, a sign that, you know, maybe you need to change things up or change the way you're living or turn to the Most High. And that's our people's problem. They don't turn to the Most High. They just keep going in their nigga shit, and they get worse. Nigga gets shot, and he takes it as stripes.
Mm-hmm. Or yeah, the stripes. Or like that boxer, Errol Spence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he got in the wreck and he was, you know, tossed out, you know, the Lamborghini or Ferrari or whatever vehicle that he was in at the time. You know, he made a proud statement. You know, I'm not. I'm not. I don't want to put words in his mouth or say exactly what he said because I forget. But I do know that he made a proud statement after he was in the accident. You know, and after that, you know, his career. You know, I think he fought one guy after. You know, which it wasn't nobody spectacular, but his career kind of like on a decline, man.
Yeah, because what you got to realize is the Lord always gets the last laugh.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can talk shit and you can, you know what I'm saying, you can think you getting away, you escaping death, but guess what, man? You know, all right, you escape, like the scriptures say, you flee, it's like as one that flee a lion and a bear met him.
Bear met him, yeah.
So you can escape one thing, but then the next thing is right around the corner to get you, man.
Yeah.
So we'll move. Was there anything on
one more verse?
Okay.
Verse 37. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
Right, and in this case, by his words, he was condemned.
Yeah.
So it was only a matter of time before he was going to be shot and killed. The same way he mocked that they didn't shoot to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same way he went out.
Yeah.
All right, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. No pun intended.
You got something?
I got something. This is Deuteronomy 28:54.
I'll read it for you. This Deuteronomy 28:54, and it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Yeah, so basically, this is, as you know, this is Deuteronomy 28, which is the curses, which explains which goes into what happens when the Israelites are disobedient to the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things in this case, it says, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother. So that's why you have a lot of black on black crime.
Right.
All right, is because basically, Jake hate each other, man. They got the crabs in a bucket mentality.
Yeah.
They all come from the hood. They all basically wrapped up in nigger culture, which promotes murdering and drug use and getting over on people.
That's right.
Getting money.
If I could say, the Lord used the so-called white man, to put our people in that predicament. Because if you know that, how Esau designed the system, it's not for the Israelites, man. We're surrounded in these poor neighborhoods. They put guns, drugs, and weapons, in these neighborhoods so we could war against each other. Like the brother mentioned, that crab in the bucket mentality. You ain't coming up unless I come up, instead of, being brotherly. The scriptures speak of brotherly kindness, brotherly love, charity. Our people don't think of that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Or if they do, they brag about it.
Right.
Because even Young Dolph, he did certain things like, charity, he gave people, cars, but the thing was he bragged about it. And the scriptures speak on that. It's about giving alms, and then speaking about it, or, I believe it's in the book of Matthew.
Yeah. That's just what it is. These people have bad morals. They don't. Jake doesn't live by a code.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, kind of.
Salaki, you go
ahead.
This is Matthew 6:1. Take heed that ye do not your alms before men, to be seen of them. Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven.
Yeah, because niggas love to get back to the hood and do turkey drives and toy drives.
Yeah,
all that type of stuff, but it's in vain. Because you still in your music, you still promoting nigger culture. So you think that you're doing good. See, that be the thing. Jake think that they doing good by just giving out a few dollars here and there or whatever. But really, first of all, like we said, it's to be seen. You ain't really doing it. you doing it for clout. Cause
Yeah.
you ain't gonna do it without putting a camera on.
Right, you got a camera recording you when you you know doing it. You're not supposed to do that, man.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, also going back to what we were saying about just Jake in general, when you have money, you're a target.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you know anybody that has any type of success, no matter how much you even give back to the hood and you do all this stuff, you know, people gonna want to take you out, man. They're gonna want to rob you or whatever. Memphis is one of the roughest cities in the United States.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
you know, that just tells you, you know, something. And the Lord got to come through these. The Lord's gonna allow Esau to come through these destitute cities, and you know, go to work, man.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
You know, these Edomites, man, they're gonna come through Chicago. They're gonna come through New Orleans. They're gonna come through Atlanta, New York, all these cities where it's highly concentrated knucklehead niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Esau, the Lord is gonna allow Esau to deal with you people, man.
Yeah.
Cause all you got is Dracos and pistols, and when you run out of ammo, then what?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gonna try to protect your hood, but guess what? Esau got
guns way bigger than you have.
Esau got guns. Esau got graphene oxide.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. So was that it on that?
Yeah, that was pretty much the point on that one. You got something else?
Yeah. Let me get
I had a quick one too. Oh no, you got it. Probably.
1 second. What is it? What did we say we was gonna grab again? I got
Life
it.
and Death.
It's in Proverbs.
Yeah. Life and death is the power of the tongue.
This is Proverbs 18:21. It says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof." Yeah. So just, you know, proving the point that, you know, death and life are in. Oh, get
Proverbs 14.
What a man reap.
Oh, what a man reap he soweth.
Yeah. But going back to what I was saying, death and life are in the power of the tongue. So yeah, going back to what this guy promotes and, you know, what's in his music, you know, he talks about death. You know, he talks about things that further afflict our people.
Yeah.
You know, things that you know, talking about having ops and
yeah, he had the album, you know, with the Illuminati symbol.
You
know, so long, you know, Jake. You know, once Jake get, you know, put to death, everybody, but they was wicked.
Right.
You know, and the Lord brings judgment upon the wicked, man.
Yeah, they want to cry and you know, oh, you know, he didn't deserve to go too young, and you know, he was a good dad.
Yeah.
He was a good dad. Took care of his kids, took care of his mom. They try to point at all the little so quote unquote good things he did, but the guy was a fucking nigga.
Yeah.
You know, he was you know, doing all kind of stuff, man. You know, all these rappers, man. All these rappers are not good examples.
Yeah.
They're examples of wickedness, man. They're not examples of
righteous
leaders, man.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get what's that? Isaiah 9:16. I get it.
I got this one in Job.
Go ahead.
It's Job 4:8. Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. You know, and and we're not, you know, just basing this off one person. You know, because this can go for majority of the world, man. You know, this can go for the heathens. You know, 2/3 of our people. You know, the sinners. You know. Because this is all that people follow, man. You know, the scriptures speak about that, man. You know, as the leader, so is the people. You know, and it's not the leader, you know, a wicked, you know, seed. You know, so the people are going to follow that wicked seed, man. But the Lord has it to where he has a remnant. You know, he has a remnant set to the side for salvation. You know, we follow the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man.
That's it.
You know, you found that?
Yeah, this is Isaiah 9:16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
So, this guy is a leader of the people. All a lot of these rappers are looked up to as examples, and a lot of niggas want to grow up and be like Dolph.
It was my idol, my role model.
Yeah, this guy, he made money. That's the only reason niggas want to be that guy, because he just made a lot of money.
And he was unwise. He was riding around his neighborhood with a camouflage Lamborghini that everybody knows who's inside of it.
Right.
Everybody know what kind of car you got, and you riding around by yourself. Knowing that you got ops.
Yeah, and it's like, why are you still in the hood, man?
Right.
Like, what, like, what are you trying to prove, by still riding around in rough areas? You should be, when you make that kind of money, common sense would tell you to
leave
and move to Beverly Hills, where where Esau dwell at. You should be kicking it with other millionaires and like-minded people. But Jake want to fucking stay, in
the hood mentality, man.
Yeah, Jake want to stay. He want to still fuck with his hometown, where he knows it's dangerous as hell at. So, and this guy, he knew. I'm sure he knew, because a lot of these rappers, they're paranoid. They know the Reaper's on them, so to speak. They know it's only a matter of time.
Well, they said he was shooting back at the time.
Yeah.
Yep. You got something else? You got one wrap up?
Yeah, you got one?
I got one we can wrap up on.
Yeah.
Proverbs 14. Proverbs 14:9. It says, fools make a mock at sin, but among the righteous there is favor.
You got it.
So the Lord, he looks, at the righteous and shows favor unto them, and mercy. Even though the scriptures speak about, what is our righteousness as filthy, is as filthy rags, the Lord still shows us mercy, because we're trying, to be perfect in a wicked society. Meanwhile, fools make a mock at sin, man. Just like we were saying, like the guy made a song called, or album, 100 shots. Shot at me 100 times, ain't hit nothing. But then, got shot and put to death. And it was all of the Lord, man. The Lord said he does the good and creates the evil, man.
Yep.
That's
it. Yep. So.
Yeah,
just no big deal. Just another nigga dead.
Yeah, basically.
Just another nigga judged, I'll say.
Yeah.
When it happens, that's just niggas die every day, B,
Yep.
So, we'll end off on that. Lord willing, you were edified. We're going to end off by giving all praises to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.